DIY Studio is basically a walk-in paint-your-own pottery studio. We're located on A24 Mountain Road. There's like over 300 pieces that you can come in and choose from. We've got tons of functional stuff, so they can do a mug and something that they can use. But it's always something really personal. We've got two different types of pottery. So there's the regular stuff, which most people are used to with studios around the Maritimes. But we've also got a special line called stoneware. So that's like your oven, microwave, dishwasher safe. You can dishwash that as many times as you want and it's going to last a lifetime. Sometimes parents come in wanting to do a gift for their grandparents, and then we say, like, you know what, the kids are young, they should do a stoneware. And one time a huge oval platter had come out and it was gorgeous, and like people were commenting on it on the shelf. Kids love it. We've got tons of kids pieces like little animals and whatnot. We also host team building parties and corporate events. We're a fully licensed cafe, so we have local wine, beer, and cider. Well, I've always been interested in projects at home, like just doing DIY projects, and I've had my eye on opening this type of business for at least 5 years now. But there's never like a normal time to just leave your job and start something like this. So I guess it just kind of came down to I don't have kids yet, and I just thought, like, you know what, if I'm still dreaming about this now, like, now's the time. So it just kind of came time. I left my position and then I just kind of started cold. But I mean, it's been a blast so far. That's when it became real, when I just kind of left my position. The last day at work, I just remember feeling like, what have I done? Like, I just left my position. I was like, I officially have no job, because my plan at that point was just to start the business planning, and I mean, it was a full-time job, but at the same time, that wasn't the part that brought in any income, so that was the scariest part, for sure. The struggles I faced starting a business was mostly financial for me, because I didn't have money saved. Like, I just finished college a couple of years ago, so for me it was just starting at the ground level, like just getting the finances to kind of start something like this, and just doing the business plans, starting at the ground level, and doing that while I had a full-time job. Slowly the business planning became kind of a full-time job. Some tips I'd give to somebody starting their own business would just be, don't try and do it all by yourself, because at first obviously you're worried about kind of the finances and whether or not you can afford to hire, but being open every day, and like, I would just recommend, like, get help right away. Like, have some staff on to help you, because you want to do good right away. Like, you want to open with a bang. Customer service is huge, so trying to do it all myself, I would never do that again. I wish that I had people right away. Plan it out so well. Like, I was almost glad that I didn't necessarily have my own personal finances just to do this, because it made me do so much more research than I probably would have done. Because I mean, you know, in the business planning stage, I learned so much about what I wanted to do. Even it forced me to kind of dig into, like, what do I really want to do? What is my plan? Like, what is the solid plan for just certain things? Like, it just really made me think about it. If you've planned it enough, by the time you go to start it, you know what you're doing. Like, you've got a feel for the business. So know your business well. That's define success. Part of the success of this business to me is just customers' responses. Like, we have so many awesome reviews on Facebook, and people love it here. People love the customer service. I don't know, just providing like an all-around experience, and customers come back, or they write us on Facebook, even just personal messages saying, like, we had an amazing time, or like, and people love it here because it's like quality time. One of the things I love is that when people come back, sometimes they say, like, this is so much nicer than maybe going to a movie, because it truly is quality time. Like, people say, there's nothing really that you can do to spend time with people, and like, this is quality time. You get to sit across from each other. You're not on your phone. You're not watching television. You're not watching a movie. It's just time that you get to chat, but it comes about so natural because there's literally something here for everyone. So I love when people say that they come here to spend quality time, because that's part of what it's about. It's just getting people unplugged, having people not on their cell phone and like watching television. So I love when people comment on the quality time that this brings. Not only do we have like a huge selection, but we really, I put a lot of accentuation on good customer service. So when people come in, I want them to feel not afraid to ask questions. So I want to give them like a super warm welcome. And customers have said, like, that's one of the things that they love about this place in particular. And that's what kept them coming back to us, is just like when they come in, they feel a very warm welcome. I love being able to help people with just ideas, because sometimes people just don't know where to start. One memory that comes back right now, we actually had people get engaged here. We had a proposal. So the guy had come in the day before, and he picked out a little heart box, and he wrote, "Will you marry me?" in it. So then he was telling me that he was going to bring her the next day. So he brought her, and she went to the washroom, and he came back and asked for the box, and so we gave it to him. And then she comes out of the washroom, and we're all just like watching her, trying not to make it obvious. I was like, don't be obvious. So she comes out, and he like opens the heart box, and it says, "Will you marry me?" And then she starts crying. But we had our first proposal. It was amazing.